Okay, going to El Paso Walmart from Columbus, New Mexico. El Paso, Texas from Columbus, New Mexico. Oh, yes. It's... Oh, wow! Okay, and nobody's behind me. That's great. I'm in a school zone. Village of Columbus, and they're taking down the sign.
Turn left on Highway 11, then take the second left.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what they want. Why are you doing that? This is Highway 11. This gas station shut down? Or at least it doesn't have price. So this library is all around where the most of the fighting occurred with Pancho Villa. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm speeding. It's 15 miles an hour.
Turn left on West Highway 9.
Okay, Columbus Historical Museum. Yes. All right. All right. This is the museum. Susan Parks, 1895 to 1981. Typical age range. Pancho Villa had a little bit of a skirmish around here, burning buildings and stuff back in 1916. Very interesting to read about. They've definitely showed where the sites were. I could walk to them and stuff. It's quite an interesting part of the history. 3 miles north of the border. And you look at the map.
Continue on East Highway 9.
59 miles. Wow. You look on the map and you see like the south village, the city south of here on the Mexican side is like really smushed up against the border. It's kind of amusing to see that. So I could understand why they would... Oh, this looks bad. After Pancho Villa, I can understand why Columbus kept its distance from the border. It's kind of a historical choice. Unlike in Nogales, where both cities have pushed up against the border because of Pancho Villa. But I mean, the Columbus was pretty well established 3 miles north of the border anyway. So maybe there were reasons. Maybe there was some contention well before Pancho Villa started his raid. It's hard to say. But, I mean, it kind of explains... Is that cotton? There's all kinds of white fluff on the side of the road. I'm moving so fast that I can't focus on any particular one. It looks like it's cotton. I don't see any real... Oh. Well, there's no obvious cotton fields on the right or left, but there's definitely a field of some kind. Grassy fields. Oh my god, is that a bicycler? I gotta be careful with that one. I'm fast approaching a bicycler. It's probably more than one. It looks like a large body. Such a distance away. And there's lights flashing like a cop pulled somebody over. Jeez, that's a big bicycler. Risky. What? He's got gray hair. What he's doing is quite risky, because this is not a bicycle-friendly road. But yeah, it would be pretty fun to bicycle the border to El Paso. But this road, look how narrow it is for the bicycling. There's like 3 emergency vehicles. They can't all be cops. Maybe the Border Patrol has caught somebody. I might be capturing a Border Patrol stop. This would be a road to go up and down looking for problems. Okay, so there's a regular car, and it looks like Border Patrol, yeah. Personal care, something personal care. And here's another car with the state police, New Mexico license plates. So two separate cars. One got stopped by Border Patrol, the other by state police. Interesting. Looks like it could be a smuggling, another smuggling issue. I'll be hugging the border up here. A 70-mile drive. I got enough gas. I checked the brake fluid. It's a weird object out on the right. I've never seen. It's like a dish with this cone in the center. This has got to be a Border Patrol truck parked off on the side. He's got, unless he's parked in front of a sign. So some guy just randomly, that's got to be like a motion detector building. Some guy just pulls off to the side of the road. He's got Sonora license plates. I don't doubt that there's been people who have gone through this area crossing the border. I don't doubt it. This would be the pickup road to do it. Cross the border, and this road is you know, easy to stop and pull over, and there's Border Patrol, and pick somebody up. My back tire on my bicycle is flat. I hit some goat head thorns going through people's yards. The right rear tire was at 20 psi. Over the course of 2 days, I had to pump it up to above 30 at least. Just enough for the trip. It should last long enough for the trip. It was very cold overnight, so I expect the rubber to tighten up, to harden, and then lose air. It's not visible at all. I can't tell that the tire is low. You can't tell by looking at it. You throw the pump in there and it's like, wow, 20. It must have to hit like 10 or 15 psi before it really becomes visible in the rear. But in the front, it does become more visible because I have more weight. No cars immediately behind me. This road's starting to look a little bumpy. 60 miles an hour, mile 94. No buildings around. Nothing really being done with this area. It's supposed to be at least the mid 70s today in El Paso, so I want to get through El Paso rather quickly. I want to check it out and then leave quick. Start from there. It's just straight north. I haven't quite aligned. Is this another Customs Border Patrol truck? Looks like he slowed down a little bit, like he was about to turn around. It's a little concerning. They might consider me, you know, anybody who's driving on this road could be considered a potential trafficker. Because that was the third Border Patrol in what, 15 miles? There's a road runner. Those road runners, those are definite illegal aliens. Bust those road runners. There's no real reason to fly. It's like flying is wasted energy. There's nothing high up to land on of any significance. Don't tell me this is Border Patrol. It's just a big truck. Probably Sonora license plates. I think Chihuahua, for the Mexican states, Chihuahua is on the left, Sonora is on the right. I've been seeing a lot more Sonora plates than Chihuahua. And I think, well, it's hard to say. Is this Border Patrol again? Yep. Jesus, they're like every 5 miles. And they're not really going very fast. They look like they're going at about 50. They're kind of taking their time. So they're doing some real border patrolling around here. So if I got out and walked and no car was like immediately visible around, how soon would it be before Border Patrol pulls up and starts questioning me? Like that bicycler guy probably would not be bothered. If I bicycled this road, how long before I get bothered by Border Patrol? That'd be kind of interesting. There's no real warnings on these fences on the left and right. It's not clear if it's government or if it's private property. I'm going 55. I actually dropped my speed. I think it's, oh, it is 55. Oh. I was gonna say I thought it was 50 or 65. I'm mistaken. I got 50 miles. You know, I should keep this GPS on. I could actually, like, if I see anything significant, I could say, yeah, I'm 45 miles in, and I see such and such. I can measure. I could count down how many miles away I am more often. I don't know what benefit that is. I was looking at the GPS on my GoPro. To use that takes extra battery life, and it's not always that accurate. It's not accurate for like real short spaces, like long drives like this. It's probably more accurate. It's probably quite helpful and accurate enough. I don't know. I have to think about it. It looks interesting. I think it'd be kind of neat to have GPS I could add to the video screen. Show how fast I'm going. Show my coordinates. There's a lone cow on the left. But I could verbally say where I'm at too. Like I'm 48 miles. I got 48 miles to go to El Paso. Straight up. I could verbally say it. And then look at the text string. Oh man. This looks like somebody's pulled off to the right. Maybe, unless there's a big curve. I'm thinking these are 2 Border Patrol trucks and a regular one. It is 55. I'm actually speeding. Nope, but they do have an orange warning light, which is curious. This guy is hauling a horse. Yeah, it's probably Border Patrol on the right, and their car is facing me. Wow, they are really watching this area. I can't see the border, but I should be in no time. Just a single guy in the truck. He was checking me out pretty close. Just like I was checking him out. Some bald white guy. So they check, so they can drive slower. They'll go on the off-road. That off-road road looks well driven. Oh, now. Okay, I'm talking a little too much because I'm getting lightheaded. But it's a little bumpy. It's not a desirable off-road to take. They need to grade it. You know, if they're gonna spend some money There's another. Is this Border Patrol? Okay, no. But it looks like they could smuggle some people because they got an enclosed. It's a truck with an enclosed top. You can't see inside that top. So they could smuggle people in the back there. Looks like an old ranch on the left, 46 miles in. No building structure. Petrillo Ranch, West Camp. No building at all though. There's evidence of building on the right. They have the ground floor foundation at 46 miles in. But yeah, no buildings. I wonder if that's been a directive to tear down all buildings. You might have to meet different unique building codes. Yeah, like on the right there. Whoa, the curve. On the right there's a windmill. There's a sign. I see a sign. I don't know if that's a historical sign talking about what was there. Yeah, I could pull in here and then turn around to go check out that windmill. That'd be kind of cool. Makes me a little nervous about the Border Patrol though. Vegetation doesn't look so great. A little green right around here, but it's just a patch. Joshua trees and cottonwood. I don't know. You know, I had like a nightmare about my bicycle getting stolen. I was like, not this one too. I can't be affording more bicycles. Affording to have to buy more bicycles. I'm kind of scared of this one getting stolen. Especially around this area. I'm less afraid of getting murdered and more afraid of having my bicycle stolen. But if this is the early 1900s, I probably should be more afraid of being murdered with the Pancho Villa raids. I still have to look at the hillside he spent a lot of time in. There's some famous hillsides that he really liked to hide in, like he was Osama bin Laden hiding in Afghanistan somewhere. He was like the early 1900s version of that, hiding in the mountainsides, hopping from cave to cave, missing Pershing's raids, Pershing raiding for 6 months trying to find Pancho Villa, and being unsuccessful, the locals giving bad advice. Now we're at 65 miles. So I got 43 miles to go. That border's going to be visible at some point. I guess it wouldn't be a wall though, so I wouldn't exactly know where the border is. Without the wall, I can't tell. But it looked on the map to be within viewing range. Unless there's really too many. Oh my God, there's somebody behind me. They have every opportunity to pass me. How long have they been following me? They're from Sonora, and they're following me a little close. They look like they want to pass me, but now this vehicle coming up is a bit of an issue. I'll let them follow, or let them pass. Two middle-aged Mexican guys, Sonoran license plate. Yeah, they can pass me, whatever. complaining about stomach ache in the library yesterday. I get stomach aches easy in this area. My lungs feel fine, my heart feels fine. But, you know, I wonder, is it the area or is it just my gallbladder failing? I can't tell. That's partly my own health issues and partly environment. But people came down here to get relief for their lungs. The dry climate is helpful for drying up lung issues, like what Doc Holliday suffered with tuberculosis. He got tuberculosis taking care of his mom. But I guess tuberculosis affects, you need dry climate, it's supposed to offer some relief for it. Man, what a way to go. When you think you have a death sentence, that can really give you a different perspective on life. Somebody else is kind of catching up. I'm only going 60. But yeah, this Columbus library is pretty nice. They had coffee. I was like, can I have some? I had a small cup of coffee. And it affected my gallbladder. So now I got peppermint tea. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. So I got peppermint tea because the coffee constricts the gallbladder. So now I want to take peppermint tea to dilate it. Whatever the opposite of dilate is. Constrict and dilate. Yeah, my gallbladder's annoying when it acts up, gets tight. It's really bad when it starts making my stomach sick. So what am I at? 38 miles to go. Just a countdown. The Walmart looks busy. The library looks like it's probably busy. All of El Paso looks pretty busy. But man, I really want to get out of this area, get up north where there's some trees where I can start exercising, because that's the trick. And the thing is like Anna County line, end state maintenance. I want trees so I can start doing more suspension training. There's Chihuahua, EMR 4015. They're driving a nice car. There's a lot of successful Mexicans. They know how to make some money. I see 2 or 3 cows, 4 or 5 cows in the pasture. The sun's really starting to warm up now. It's going to be hotter in El Paso. Albuquerque, New Mexico is a little bit cooler, a little more desirable. That looks like a Mexican plate too. So that's it for Border Patrol. There were more bunched towards Columbus. Heading towards El Paso, it's a question. All right, now I can see off to the right, big hill, 37 miles out. And I'm pretty sure that the border's out there somewhere off to the right, but it's not really clear. Not sure how they mark it. I could look at my map. That's one thing I did try to look at. Oh, that's not good. Okay, whatever. Non-mentionables. Yeah, my Google Maps probably doesn't know where I'm at. It certainly doesn't.